Get yourself a scratch pad.
Get yourself a hard seltzer and be a mega fish.
Oh, I did accidentally click live.
Fucking Gary, I'm done.
Oh, bitch.
What's up, guys? Welcome. This is our little YouTube show we're going to be doing. Welcome to the Spook Dook review. We are Division 3 AM. You might have seen us sometimes on the Aftermath podcast, and if you haven't, check that out on our channel as well, and check our website.
www.division3am.com.
So today we're going to be watching some paranormal videos. All of them have been collected from YouTube this time, and we're going to talk about them. Give our thoughts and opinions on these videos and see if they're haunted or just a bunch of spooky dookies. And at the end of the show, we're going to find out who had the worst evidence and give out our first Spook Dook trophy of the show.
Exciting.
So first video from Aaron. I will. So someone's gonna die.
If I was dead, I wouldn't be caught dead in my fucking office.
Yeah, let me hunt some office space.
I'd be in the fucking hallway trying to get my ass out.
Better vocal audio.
Maybe he worked there and it was so horrible that he just shot himself.
He died there.
But like, he's still there.
Maybe
apparently.
he still has a deadline to meet.
Is the scary
I'm
part?
not seeing any Spook Dook stuff right
I'm not
now.
seeing anything
scared
There's a
spooky
whole
yet.
lot of Duke and not a whole lot of Spook.
Are you guys?
Oh,
Damn. Okay.
frat boy.
What was that at the end there?
That was a
That
piece
was
of
the person
paper.
with the string pulling the chair down the
It
hallway.
got caught. It got caught. Oh, damn.
Another chair.
It's someone underneath the table just pushing him out.
Yeah, I can see that. It could be somebody under the table.
Actually, I think I've seen this one before. I'm pretty sure it gets pretty
No,
intense.
because that
What?
gains.
Yeah, that one moved when it wasn't near the table.
Well, no, it was near the
It
table.
like gains speed halfway through.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, monitor flipped on for a second. Oh, where's it getting the signal though? Like, computers? No.
Oh, holy
That's
shit.
fake as fuck. I'm sorry. No.
He just shot it down right away.
Shut it down.
They keep showing the hallway like something's gonna happen
Something
in the
happens.
hallway.
I'm almost positive I've seen this one before. I'm
They
pretty sure
want
something does
they want
happen
a
in the hallway.
pension. Like, why are these bubbles all here? Like, there's someone standing there, but there's not. That's the ghost talking. I gave him subtitles. I want a pension. I want a will. My family got nothing.
I will haunt you until I get.
I want to be
Okay, I've
prepared.
seen that.
Look down
Alright.
in the window.
That says, I want my bills reviewed.
That's a pervert ghost. Just putting
I
the
want my people back.
filing cabinet. just
My
in and
PPI
out.
back. Okay.
What was that paper coming out of the?
Yeah, the paper like
Something
flipped.
moving. No, that was a door shutting.
It's a lot of activity just
Yeah.
for one little
All on the
few
same
minute
date.
clip. Oh yeah, it's all the same date. Like
It's within like seconds of each other, like minutes of each other. Like, come on.
Well, how would they do that? Have like an air thing?
Have
Shoot
some
the arrows.
some kind of spring activated like
Or-
loader or something. They
Or
push
there was a
button.
guy in a green screen outfit. And they just edited him out.
Could be. But there's no like.
How do you throw
flip
paper
and-
through the
Like
door?
if you watch the time stamp, like
Yeah,
it's
but
consistent throughout the whole entire
you
thing.
could
So it
edit
seems
this-
like I mean that. What the fuck? Like, come on, where'd they even come
I'll
from?
have that just come out of the ceiling.
Dude,
You guys keep paper up there?
It's up in
What
the,
is this, Dunder
it's up in
Mifflin?
the fucking. It's up in the panels up top.
Someone in here is just like, oh, this paper, oh, sheet.
It's so fast.
Like I could see, I can't see this one being real just because of the fact that if during the day when this thing is open and this shit's not happening and people aren't losing their shit, like why at night? Like it's just gonna be all ramped up.
And you can't pay attention to the timer. Because somebody...
Okay, so that
Let's
was
pause that. You can't
Oh,
pay
I
attention
see.
to the timer because somebody could just make that video, edit it, and just put a timer on top of the entire video.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that gives no credence to it because I could do that.
Yeah, I mean,
In fact, I will.
I mean, I can see how the chairs moving could be real, but like everything else, like the paper being tossed and like falling from the ceiling and stuff like that, like the doors opening and closing constantly, like it just seemed like there would be a lot more follow up to that video if it was real.
Right.
Do you think that it was different clips from different days put together, possibly?
Probably.
Because if it was just one night, like, okay,
Like-
that place is nuts, if that's really what's going on.
Like, I think it would have a lot more media if it was that.
I mean, I would have second guessed it up until all the computer screens flashed the exact same thing at the same time. That looked very green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It could have been like, what, a computer surge? Like the whole power surge? No?
Monitors won't
It still
turn on,
wouldn't have
though.
hit every single monitor at the exact same time in the entire area.
They all flickered the
They would've did
same brightness.
There would have been
the
some
same,
variations.
Like
They
staggering.
all did the exact same thing at the same time.
and it just looked out of place. It didn't even look like it was coming from the monitor. Like it was put on top of the monitor.
So just that one little area makes you kind of question
That
the
little,
whole...
that little blip was the one that set me off. It was like, all right, everything else is like I can't be 100% certain, but that was fake.
Good.
Am I saying that?
All right, so we're gonna watch Aaron's second video.
Number 2. I'm back.
Number 2.
I'm back.
I did.
So these are haunted
Like
cheeseburgers.
a restaurant.
She's eating the haunted snack. Oh no, that's
That's personal.
That's a shadow. So I corrected myself. Oh, that's a shadow. It's feet.
Nice ass shoes, though.
Where's her, like, guest? She eating by herself, or...?
Maybe that's the ghost. She's not eating alone. You just can't see it.
Like she just gets to walk away.
She's
Like,
like,
you don't
she
even have a
bites
purse or
and, like,
anything.
leaves.
Like, where
Yeah,
do you keep your
like-
like stuff? Like,
Where's your purse?
where are you going?
She's just walking into the kitchen.
I swear if it's just a napkin movement, I'm done. Alright, his chair moved.
The chair on the other side,
Maybe she
being-
spilled her
being
beer.
crooked, is giving me OCD.
Yeah. Okay, it's a napkin.
It's a napkin on the floor.
Have you seen this before, Gary?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little weird. What are we pointing at?
She's pointing at her reaction. The girl at the counter over there with her friend,
Oh.
she reacted to whatever fell off.
So that could possibly be
Yeah.
it. If there was any type of string, she would have walked over it when
Mhm.
she walked past.
Unless it's a clean plate, which is when they just film the table with no one there. And then they cut it out after she leaves. But
Yeah, the food still stays on it. Like, it doesn't seem like it.
maybe it's one of those ghosts that can pull off a tablecloth really fast.
Yeah, everything falls off of it, so it's pretty... And nothing around it changes.
Well, the chairs do move, like this move down here.
Yeah.
And I've definitely seen that one. But that's Aaron's too.
I think the second one, maybe.
There's
Second one,
possibility,
maybe.
yeah.
It's a possibility for sure.
I could see how it could be
We
real.
can't completely debunk it, so.
I could see how it could be faked from a film editor's point of view. Just doing a clean plate and then
Just kind of ironic. It happened
cutting
when
in
she
the
walked
clean
away.
plate after she walked away. So the setup is now there from the video without her.
Plus, crazy shit happens in China. Like, I don't fucking... Like, I've seen some crazy videos from China.
Yeah, I've seen some bowls in shops. I mean,
Funny, it's not even funny.
Wuhan. That's all we need to say.
Don't go batshit.
Wuhan Wow Wings. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen this one when it was on the news. This is Sam's.
Her now to a real-life ghost story involving a haunted house in Thailand.
Dookie.
One family says the spooky image was captured on a baby monitor.
That's why
And when the parents checked on their
we'll be able
little
to do
girl,
it.
they say she had been scratched. 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell standing by to let us know what
I know
happened.
Michigan's not far from us, right?
Take a look at this video, recorded on a baby camera.
shit, I see that.
15-month-old Lily is in her bed when something
And what I
moves in
find,
front of her.
what caught me
Heather
about
Rowe
this is
and
the
Josh
fact that
Higgins
the
told 7
baby
Action News
reacts to
when
it.
they checked on
Like,
the
the
baby,
baby
she had a
pops
scratch
up,
on her face.
and she actually
That
reacts
means
to
a
it.
ghost has
She have
something
something
to
on her
vote.
face?
It was chilling.
And like
Pacifier.
Literally
Yeah,
a
it's
chill
just
down your spine.
And like it's
like,
just
like
do you
that
see
what
her?
if factor. Like, is this what I just saw?
Scares us that it could do something
Yeah, it's
else.
pretty just much as that.
I mean,
clip.
there
It's
was
not
even
great.
like a morning that I woke up and I had felt like
Yeah,
something was
it's
around
like
my.
she's
So I don't know.
Not critiquing
They don't
the
really
mother.
strike me as the people that would take the time to
Next Josh's
make
parents'
that up.
Yeah.
Right.
Which it turns
They
out,
literally
some
look
believe
concerned.
is also haunted.
I definitely believe there's something going on
Yeah.
at this house, and we're definitely interested to check out this one as well.
Mike Priest of
So
Scientific
this guy just came
Paranormal
out like,
Investigations
oh, their
in
stuff's
Michigan
haunted?
says after
You
family
should see
members
my
heard
shit.
strange noises,
Yeah,
he's
but that
been
was all.
investigating.
It was just that one.
Strange.
That first clip.
Just that first clip.
Yeah, it was just the first clip that of the. I just couldn't find a cut down version of it,
Okay.
but it.
Can we watch that one more time?
Yeah, let's watch that again.
I just want to see those dogs.
Can we rewind that one more time?
Can
Can we like go?
Shakes one of the dogs.
Yeah, see, there was something on her face. It was scratched, but how? How was she scratched if it didn't come near her?
Yeah, but it disappears like
Yeah, like completely.
Yeah, it just
completely
fades out.
disappears.
So, like,
She has a scratch on
yeah,
her.
I see it.
Poor baby. I mean, if you look at it, if they were to like slow it down, you can it kind of looks like to me.
And I don't see any.
It looks like a pregnant woman because you can see the belly stick out. Like rewind it one more time. Now pay attention to the middle of it, like when it walks by, right there. See it? How it kind of sticks out.
And I was looking for maybe a light coming from this direction. Like maybe there'd be a window and it was just a shadow reflection because that's a night vision camera. It looks different, but there's no light coming from that direction.
Yeah,
So
but
she's had some issues with her as well, like having
yeah, she
hands
was
around her
saying
neck.
yeah, she was saying that she was having issues with it. So
I don't know. That one is definitely. I can't explain that one. I think that's a legitimate one. Maybe that.
now the next one that I picked, I don't know. Let you guys watch it. You can tell. You can tell
Let's
me what
find
you
out.
think. Yeah. There's a couple things that make me believe kind of on it, but I'll see if you guys see what I'm talking about.
Is this the baby here, or is that a face peeking through?
So the basic setup for this one is the mom had a miscarriage, and the blankets that are moving are not supposed to be moving because there's nothing in the crib. They had set up a crib for the baby. She was kind of far along. But what I found the craziest about it is they point out the face that's in that darkness, but the face doesn't move.
The face doesn't move.
It
with
doesn't
the baby.
move. It
No,
doesn't. It doesn't do anything. So, I mean, the blanket's moving and there's nothing being there. Like I even watched it a couple of times to maybe see if it was a cat that got stuck. But when it lifts off the ground like that, it's kind of. I don't know. It seems like it, but there seems like there's no head to it.
Yeah, it looks
But
like
the
there's.
face-
That's a doll or something.
Yeah, the
laying
face
on the
looks like
ground
a
back
dog
there.
because it's stationary. Like they point that out, but I don't think that's what.
And then all this movement for a baby that was miscarried. I mean, how would it know?
Yeah, see,
How would it be
that's
that
why
big?
that's why I was kind
It
of
looks like the shape
But
of
if
a
you
cat.
watch like
looks
around
like
where
the-
everything's moving,
it
like
looks
right
like
in here,
legs and
like
stuff.
right in here, you see like a dark, something dark, like it's like moving.
Like it looks like legs and stuff. Like it's crouched over, like it's hunched over.
Like a cat or something.
No, you can see shoulders and legs. Like, see, that would be legs bending right there.
See, but I'm just not sure if. Because they keep circling that and not really the movement in the blanket.
Is there any like background information? Like somebody could just put this out and be like, "Oh, I see a face there." No, it's a doll. And their kids tossing and turning in their sleep, and somebody just uploads it with the caption of "miscarried baby." There shouldn't be anything in there.
And if you look over here, it looks like there's shadows. See them?
That's somebody filming. They're filming this from their screen.
Oh, I thought this was from like a baby cam.
Yeah, they're filming it on their phone or something because you could see the edge of the frame.
Yeah, I just don't know about that.
Yeah, it's like their
Yeah.
thumb, and you can see the wall behind whatever this monitor is they're filming it on.
Yeah, but like that, Because what I thought is maybe like she had another baby and the baby's tossing and turning, and like it's another child or something watching it, but the child doesn't
What is
move.
this up here?
This is a temperature battery.
No,
Wi-Fi.
like right.
Oh, the black part.
This black part. That just looks like part of this, like this right here.
Like it's not really a crib; it's more of a pack and play kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's like a screen looking into it, like you could like.
It just doesn't really mimic the movements that's going on in the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't
kinda like a
move
reflection.
like a baby would move.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you like grab the blankets and like see what the fuck's going on? Yeah, but that one, it was interesting to me, but it was like, meh.
Yeah, that one's kind of weird. I can't really say what that one was. Like, there's too many questions. We'll just put it that way. There's too many questions for us to be like, yeah, it's something.
So next we have
Jeff.
Juicy Jeff.
Juicy Jeff.
It's the Juicy.
It's the juicy.
It's the Juicy. He's the juiciest. He's like his little catchphrase.
Eat the juice.
So this one, after watching it, I instantly called BS. And you'll see, at least I'll explain why after you see it for the first time.
Well, it looks staged already for one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then some of those chairs look CGI.
And then watch the way it moves.
No.
That's
fake.
That's
Fake as
fake.
fuck.
Look, it even had a
Doesn't even have the
shadow.
right shadow.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's just, it was bad. I had to share this one
It's
because it was
so
just
bad.
that bad. Like, if you're gonna fake, if
That's
you're
a
gonna
good
fake,
example of a clean plate with somebody in the original footage that lifts the chair wearing one of those green screen suits. That's exactly what that is. They're wearing a green screen suit.
I mean, I don't know about y'all.
Watch
but,
the shadow. That is so fucking fake. Why does it
Yeah.
go backwards?
Like, if I was a ghost, I wouldn't be in there, like, lifting chairs.
Right. And these dudes just get up and run. Like they saw something. Like they might have heard it, but they don't know what moved.
right, and the way it goes up and sets down, it sets down gently.
Right.
So what are you running
It shouldn't
from?
even have made a noise. Like this doesn't look like it drags back here.
No.
No,
And
it looks
if it
like
does-
pivots.
See, they should have heard it
They
right
should have
there.
heard that right there, yep.
And they don't react till it sets back down on the floor.
And
Look
the
how
shadow
gently,
is so
and look how
wrong.
gently it sets down on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then they turn around like they heard something. No,
What the hell happened?
that's beyond. That's a dookie.
That's a big.
That's a
dookie.
We
Yeah,
might have an
Rockers
award
do.
for a doogie.
Yeah, you might have accidentally got that. We'll find out.
Okay, and then Jeff's second.
Jeff's the secondary one. Same website.
Yeah, I had the same. I'm the same.
This one's a little more interesting though. It's kind of hard to see because it's filmed from quite far away. But as the video goes on, when they go back to replay it in slow-mo, they show you what they're talking about. And once they show you, you see it every time. When it pans back, focus on the door that was on that little piece of the building on top of the dam.
Where is this?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, where we got it when we going?
It's pretty.
Oh shit, did you see that umbrella?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Oh, yeah,
No.
No, that's
it's-
water, dude.
I don't think it's water.
That's not a water tower. That's where one of the controllers
No,
goes.
it's like a droplet on the lens.
But I actually think it's the door. Like, it's not. That's
Swinging?
not actually the spear. Like, that's the actual door to the building.
It moves with the frame. It moves when the camera moves.
Are you talking about this white spot right
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Okay.
then
Yeah,
it
it
gets
kind of
gone.
disappears.
But when the lens itself, the camera actually moves, it moves with it. Like it just kind of
comes
pops
out.
up.
Okay.
Now
You
watch as the camera moves, it's like perfectly lined up. Like you might have got hit by a droplet of water or something and it's stuck on.
I can see that, but I can kind of see how it would be real. But I can kind of see what you're talking about, the droplet. But I think the droplet would be closer and more distorted. And if it was a water droplet, I think with the way the camera's moving, it would have drip.
Could be a bug too, though.
Yeah, it could be a bug.
Because it does disappear.
So
But
it's
you
so
don't see
perfectly
it.
in the doorway, though.
No,
It,
like as the camera
disappears.
moves, it goes off this platform. See it?
Not really.
And then it's gone.
Yeah, I don't see it walking. I see it kind of like this.
But like we've
Alright,
known
well.
before, when there's things near like water dams, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bug. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's a bug.
Whatever it is large.
Yeah.
For sure.
It takes up the whole doorway.
And it like comes out of the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it does.
It looks like it has like a figure shape to it, like a head.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just fades out.
It's just gone.
That one's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know what that is. The only part
It's like
that
the
bugs
water,
me
the
is
water droplet thing I could understand.
yeah, but
if
the
it
droplet
just
would still
vanish,
be
right.
there.
Yeah, you can
But
It's
see
an
it.
And
advantage.
plus, with the camera moving, like I said, the droplet would probably move down the lens a little bit.
Right.
It would be moving.
Like the only if it was a small little tiny bug or something, it would move with the lens and then it could fly off and the frame rate would be too slow to catch it. But at the same time,
with the
like
whole
when it's
bug thing-
closer, it fades out.
Yeah,
It
with
doesn't
the
just
whole
snap
bug
out.
thing, you don't know how big the camera lens is that filmed it.
Right.
So if it was a bug, it would take up the whole entire thing, or nothing at all, depending.
All right, this is one of mine. So let me freaking get to it. Because I've been watching nothing but cat videos.
We've all been there.
Sam especially.
I TikTok cats and dogs. Like
Oh, here we go. This one I saw like many years ago on Maury.
I think I've seen this one before. And yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen this before too. And then it was gone. So clear. It's like,
Is
that real?
It's almost like it's a person. So
is it just a really good transition video?
It's really old too, so technology for this wasn't.
she like flashes out. Like, is there?
Would you chase
any-
something like that though in
Yeah.
your life? You
Yeah,
would?
if it was
Oh, yeah.
daytime, I fucking would.
Yeah. I mean, this
like-
one is crazy because it's like she's so clear,
Right.
like so clear.
And she just kind of turns her head to go around the corner and gone.
Like,
And there's nowhere she could have gone.
unless she's fast as fuck, boy.
No.
You have to be
You have to
really,
be
really fast to get
You
around
have to
that
be
corner. on
the
that
flash
time.
fast to get around that fast.
Let's
I'll do
play it
one
one more
more.
time.
This one's definitely interesting. But the thing I don't like about it is that he's not.
He never looked
Okay.
behind him.
Okay, so like if I were in that situation, personally, if I had seen that face peeking around the corner at me, one, I would say, what the fuck are you looking at? Like, what? And I would look
Or say
behind me to see if they were looking at something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go straight to it and film it. So what was the setup to that filming though? You know? Like what was he actually filming for him to have caught that?
Right.
It could be a setup. It could be.
That's what I'm saying. It could be a setup. It could be a nice transition. Another clean plate video.
Mhm.
Clean plates weren't as easy to pull off back then. This is about 15 years old.
Okay.
So we're talking, 2005.
Yeah.
Or,
I mean, the average person wouldn't have that, but you never know. He could have just been there filming because somebody said it was haunted, saw something, and knew he was the only one on the property, and went and chased it. But at the same time, Alright, last video. This one's a pretty classic one. I did not know until I watched this version of it that the guy who filmed it who ended up being on that show Ghost Lab as one of the main investigators. But you guys might have seen this one. Since we're going to Gettysburg, might as well.
It started in this field right here.
20 years ago, on a trip to the historic battlefield, Brad Kling made a surprising
Hopefully
discovery
we'll get some
that
experience.
propelled his interest in the paranormal.
July 6, 1990. I was on a family vacation in Gettysburg. It was broad daylight, and we're driving out of town. I look over in this field, and I notice this group of Union soldiers just wandering through the field. I think they're doing a reenactment. So I tell my dad, hey, pull over. I want to get this on videotape. He does. I jump out. We're at about halfway across this field. Stop, and I pan across. They're in frame for just a few seconds, and I stop it because I want to get a little bit closer. As soon as I look up to start running again, they're gone. And I mean, nowhere to be found. They would have had to move about 300 yards in a second to be out of my sight. There was no possible way. It was at that very moment that I knew that paranormal existed. And I've been wanting answers ever since.
I'm kind of in queue with him. Like, what I saw was the same thing.
Yeah, it's already started.
Broad daylight. So I don't know. I can't exclude that just because I had the same experience.
Right. But this is such a classic clip. Like, I've seen it on so many shows.
I really hope that when we go, you guys witness the same stuff I did.
I hope so too.
Like, there's people that appear like this at Fort Mifflin and actually give tours. But that's so fucking clear and detailed too, like all the color and everything, and then they just vanish.
That's why I don't know. I've never seen anything that clear before, so like.
What I saw was clear as day. Like, I thought it was a reenactment as well. It was just one guy, and he was like running down a hill. Like he
it's
was
almost
gonna...
like it's residual, like they're trapped in time, and for a brief moment they blipped into our.
Or do we transport into some type of other
do we
dimension?
transport into theirs, or they transport into ours, and then all of a
So
sudden
much energy
you see
there.
it, and then the energy drain gone.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one has been a classic for me. The Ghost Head's always been a classic for me. I question the Ghost Head a lot more now than I used to. Back when I first seen it, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that people can do with film nowadays that.
But with it being dated like that, that does make you really question.
Right, because 1990, that is clearly still on film, on VHS.
Makes
or
me
whatever.
wonder why they were filming it. Like, was it haunted to begin with?
No, he said that he was driving and seen them marching and wanted to go
No,
film
the
it.
previous.
Oh, the Ghost Head?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why were they
that's what I
filming
mean.
the building? Was it haunted?
Like they
there's
didn't even
never-
react to it, and that was another thing.
I
Like,
can't
didn't even
remember because
react
they
to
had
it.
the guy who filmed it on a talk show back in the 90s, and he talked about it. I don't remember anything about that, and as it turns out, any of the paranormal shows I've seen that have been on talk shows like Maury or something, you can't fucking find them. They've got how many episodes? You're not going to be able to find that. But if somebody does find it, send it to us. I would like to see why this guy was filming and exactly what brought him to run around that corner and not make a fucking single breath.
Like
Was he
there could-
really fit? It was Zach Baby.
Or was there like a split second where he was able to pause it, have her leave frame, and then sync it up perfectly to where he.
Kind of like the Pantry Ghost.
Yeah, like just perfectly. Like that's what that strikes me as. Like I guess you can call me
It's actually
kind of
very
skeptical.
It's very reminiscent of the Pantry Ghost if you really think about it. Like how do we know there's not like some little gap or something that she could have slipped in because she was small enough? That's how the Pantry Ghost works. She was able to drop down below the door, so when you filmed, you couldn't see anybody in there because she was so small.
That's why if I ever catch anything on like film or whatever, I try to like really follow it. I don't want there to be any kind of question about it. I mean, sometimes some things are caught off guard, so you can't really do that all the time. That one just seems kind of
Yeah, it's up there. It's weird.
to me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Don't believe it. I think it's fake.
The Ghost Head?
Yeah, the ghost head. So now we're gonna go over Aaron's first video. Do we think it's fake, or do you think that there is possibility that it could have been done.
I'm gonna say it's fake.
The Office?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's fake.
Yeah.
There's way too much, and if they didn't have the computer screens in there, it would have left more doubt on it. Footage changed because my camera officially died, and now I'm gonna need to drop another couple grand to get a new one.
It died.
Yeah, it's dead. Can you turn it back on? No.
No.
Maybe it just overheated and needs to cool down. Well, let's hope that's
Let's
the
not
case.
jump to conclusions.
Yeah.
But
It's a
We're
few
going to
years
be
old.
optimistic, and we're going to say that a camera
Start a
that
wash.
expensive probably shouldn't break. What?
What did I say?
No.
I don't know.
You said I hope it's not a wash.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we discussed the first video. It's a flunk.
Yeah, it's a
What about my second video?
second video?
With the plate falling off the table.
Yeah.
Alright, we need to move it over a little bit. So, a little bit.
You can just turn the camera itself.
This way?
No, just
That's fine. That's right.
That's good.
you can
Don't go too. You're not using yourself on the
keep
frame.
yourself out.
No, she's good.
She's like this guy.
That's good. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All
right.
So Aaron's second video.
Let's restart, because that's all jacked up.
Yeah.
Splice it. Alright, so we're going to discuss the videos and see which one was the worst. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think of the first video?
No, we still have the first video footage.
Oh, okay.
So we can just go to the second video.
Alright, so onwards to the second video. What do you guys think?
I don't know. It's hard. I don't.
That one's hard to say.
I don't know either way on that one. I mean, it's very well possible, like Gary was saying, it could be a clean plate kind of thing. But it could be legit. I mean, it's simple.
Right.
It's
not
not extravagant.
much
It didn't
going
go
on.
crazy. You don't see a whole lot of shadows. The chairs move a little bit, and the napkin comes off the
We
table.
even had somebody react to it, but not focus on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like they heard a sound.
Strange that it happened when she walked away, but
Yeah.
So,
I guess.
I can't debunk that one. So.
Okay.
Where did she go? That's what I want to know. Where did she go? Did she go pay? Did she just fucking dime dash?
Did she go to the bathroom?
And just poop? Spooky dookie.
Spooky doo.
Probably came back and was like, I was not done with my chicken Kiev.
Like, why the fuck is my food on
That
the
was a
floor?
true spooky dookie.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
She had
Okay.
a dookie, that's good.
What was the next video?
Sam's first video of the kid who got scratched in the
Oh yeah,
apparition.
that version.
I like that one. I think that could be
yeah.
definitely something.
I think that one's probably the closest to legit that we've seen today.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that it got real news coverage
Mm-hmm.
kind of adds. a little
Family
bit
definitely
to it.
seemed concerned
Right.
and average, not like trying to overblow it, like they were giving out too many details about it. Like
Right.
they were like, we don't know, we just caught it on camera.
Yeah.
I think
And
that
it's common to have child cams, so it's easy.
right. There's
Not
a
like they set
reason
it
for it
up
to be
or
being
whatever.
filmed.
Yeah.
Mhm. You
And,
don't see any additional
they did say
shadows
that she
or
got scratched, so then they had a reason to go back
And
and
it did
look
show the picture of that
to see why she got a scratch. So yeah, I think that one's actually validated. I can't explain that one, and I think that's a good one.
Mhm.
That's a good boy.
Sam's
Second video, on the other hand,
It was
was a joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
rude.
nice try, but
I'm not buying.
a little strange.
Fist bump.
I mean, it could be misconstrued. Somebody, like Gary said earlier, somebody could have taken that video and then added their caption of the mother had a miscarriage and there was no baby there. Realistically, in the end, there was one.
The face was stationary and it was
flailing. Yeah.
yeah, I think something was under the blanket. I
Could've
don't
been a
think it was
cat.
paranormal.
Could have been a dog.
It could have been another kid
Mhm.
just
been, yeah.
saying, "Oh, I had a miscarriage," and there's the title, but it's really a kid tossing and turning in their sleep. Anyway, it's not a ghost.
What do you guys think?
Well, honestly, if you read the title to that one, it was But what I took from the title of it is she had a miscarriage, but she also had another daughter.
Oh, so maybe
So the daughter was like sleeping in the pack and play, and the face was what was.
Okay. I could see that now, but still, the face was just...
Didn't move, it was stationary. I don't know.
There was no point where they showed video where the face wasn't there. Like if you're going to prove it was something there,
and
you would show the part where it
clearly
disappeared.
see them standing there filming it.
I would have walked around.
And they don't walk around to see what the face is.
But we don't know if they didn't film it until later, too. They could have just went back and like saw the footage later and just played a replay of it. It's an old recording. They're not recording it live. We don't know that.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
mean, the stationary of the face was just, it's what pushed me off. Like, I'm like, eh.
It just has a devil face.
So we got one flunk, one good one.
Yeah. Alright.
And we went to Jeff's videos. The first one was what? The benches? Bullshit.
No. That was probably the worst
Clear
one
fake.
so far.
That was
awful.
That was dookie. That was a dookie.
Yeah.
So
Straight
that was,
across the board, I think we're
you heard us. Yeah.
unison in that.
We don't even have to discuss it anymore. We discussed about.
I think we all took a shit on
We took a shit on that one, and we said everything that needed to be said. Bullshit. Moving right along to the dam. The dam ghost.
I think it could be something.
It could be.
It definitely could be.
I mean, some of the explanations that we tried to give for it kind of got debunked as the video went on.
As they zoomed in more, the only one that still gets me is it does still kind of look like it moves with the lens, but the vanishing part is the part I can't explain. It just clearly fades
Sometimes
out.
it looks like it comes out of the doorway and then blocks out part of the doorway, and then as it seems to go into the doorway, it vanishes. It's like, I don't know.
I'd be very hesitant to call it paranormal because of the environment it was in. There are too many variables.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see how it could be real, but I could see how it could be,
Yeah.
just something natural.
I mean, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it ain't. There's just too many variables for you to come to a definitive conclusion on that one.
Agreed.
Agree.
All right.
Then we'll go to mine with the ghost head, which we've already discussed quite a bit.
I don't believe that one for a second, just because there could be they could have filmed it to where they spliced her out, they could pause it at the right moment.
Aspiring filmmaker who was
Yeah.
actually learning at that time, who knows?
There could be so much that could go on. She could have been fast as fuck.
And
Like,
it's such a short clip, and no other footage has been released that I've seen
where even is that place?
where they
We
could say,
don't
well,
even know.
yeah, there's no like backstory to it. It's the title of the fucking video is just Ghost Head, and that's the whole thing. Like, where's some footage that you could show us before you got there, or even after? Like, what is this place? There's not enough context.
And honestly, one of the things for me, and I mean, some people, everybody reacts differently, but the fact that there's zero reaction, you can clearly tell that the video has sound as he's filming, and there's zero reaction at all, not even a gasp. It's seeing a head around the corner and that vanishes.
Right, and then you got that little EVP of the girl talking before she disappears. Like, that didn't make any sense either.
I feel like things like that, though, like, you definitely catch out of the corner of your eye. So, possible. But I'm not totally not convinced that it was me.
I mean, if he
that while they're
if he was just filming and like caught out of the corner of his eye, and then right at the last second when he went to go around the corner,
11-11.
11.
Make a wish.
Nah,
It's also not 11-11. Or 11-3.
Oh, fake news. It's fake news.
But I don't know. I don't know. The ghost head has me convinced. So whoever made it, if you made that.
So we're
also, just to reiterate, there actually was no EVP in that video. I was just saying that, waiting for them to go, wait, what EVP? And they were like, yeah, the EVP.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything about the
Yes, you did. You nodded your head and was like, yeah. Because I was like, that little EVP the girl said before she ran away.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm so used to that.
Alright, and then your last
we're
video?
kind of torn on that one.
The last video is the old classic from Gettysburg with the soldiers marching through the field and then just disappearing within a split second.
The only thing that I'm having a hard time with that one is because I understand that sometimes you have to shut the camera off or whatever, but like it always seems to be convenient.
Well, he didn't shut it off.
He did. He said I shut it off and I shut the camera off so I could get closer.
He just started walking to get closer.
So as he said that he had to shut the camera off because he wanted to get closer. Well, we don't know how long the camera was off, and we don't know like where he was actually at. Like maybe he moved places and didn't like pan back over. Like there's a lot of questions to that one. I'm not saying that it's fake,
right?
But there is.
I would also say with something as popular as Gettysburg and how much media attention that footage has gotten over the years, you would think somebody from Gettysburg would come out. I mean, it was popular.
And say,
back.
hey, we were there.
Hey, there was a reenactment there, or there wasn't a reenactment there.
Right. You would have figured by now somebody would have confirmed or denied, hey.
And the only reason I'm like all for that clip is because of my personal experience. Otherwise, I'd say, oh, well, there's no proof. There's no continuity in that film. Like,
so I guess we'll have to find out.
Right. I was going to say, I guess we'll reserve our what's the word I'm looking for?
Opinion.
Yeah, we'll reserve our opinion on that one for after we get back from Gettysburg, if we have our own experiences.
So that's all the videos we went over, and I almost think that we don't even need to take a vote. It's probably unanimous who gets the Spooky Dook trophy of the show for the shittiest ghost footage that we've watched today.
Let's put what's the bottom three?
Bottom three.
Your first one.
The Office. Yeah.
My doll one.
And then bench one.
Okay.
For sure.
Here's our spooky.
Drum roll.
Spook Dook trophy.
Say
Grimmer Guy 2?
The bench.
I'm gonna say it's going to the bench too. I'm gonna say I get the little Spooky Dook trophy.
Thank you for presenting us with the shittiest ghost evidence we watched today.
You're welcome.
So thanks for watching the episode, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Check us out at division3am.com. Follow us on Facebook at division3am. You can also find us on instagram.com/division3am, and you're already here right now watching us on youtube.com/division3am. You can check us out live on our page with the Aftermath podcast. We'll be talking about lots of paranormal stuff and fun stuff. We're going to be going to the place we watched today, Gettysburg. We're going to be at Fort Mifflin, and we're going to be visiting Centralia, Pennsylvania as well while we're there. So tune into all of our social media for that, and we'll see you next time.
And remember,
it's 3 a.m. somewhere.
what's the number to open your phone?
TIK.
Why are you hesitating?
Because you don't need TikTok. We're in the middle of shooting something.
Oh my god, just take him in the bathroom and smell his dick.
I don't want to know.
Smell your dick.
I don't care. I don't want to know.
Why you coming home?
9 in the morning.
Something's going on there.
Who's at that Walmart? Yeah.
Smell your Walmart.
Let me roll back them prices. Let me smell it.